With the politics lead now and the Republicans struggle to pass the latest effort to repeal and replace Obamacare, 3 no votes on the Graham-Cassidy legislation will sink the legislation. 3 no votes from Republicans. Joining me now is one of those votes, apparently a no vote, Republican Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky. Senator Paul, thanks for joining us. Always good to see you.
Thank you, Jake.
So yesterday you tweeted, "I didn't run to put a cap on Obamacare. I ran to put a cap in Obamacare. Hashtag kill Obamacare, hashtag no fake repeal." I know the White House has been in touch with you. Right now, they're trying to make adjustments to satisfy you. Have they gotten there yet?
Well, I think they're going in the opposite way. They're trying to make adjustments to buy the votes of certain senators by giving them more money for their states. My point all along has been we have a $700 billion deficit this year. We borrow about $1 million a minute. We have a $20 trillion debt that we can't afford more entitlement program. We have to put more controls on entitlement program. So I think having a $1 trillion program, they basically keep the Obamacare spending and then they reshuffle it, take it from Democrat states and give it to Republican states. That's not repeal. That basically, to me, is just sort of keeping it and sending the money to different places.
Have you spoken with President Trump or Vice President Pence directly today?
Not today. I spoke to him over the weekend, and I did say the one thing I am open to is they will pare the bill down and get rid of the block grants. And if you want to expand health savings accounts, I'm for that. If you want to put some caps and control entitlement spending, I'm for that. If you want to give governors more control over the spending by having waivers, I'm for that. It hurts me deep inside to think of voting for $1 trillion for Obamacare, taxes and spending, when that's what I've talked about for 7 years that I'm opposed to. I went to tea parties across the country, across Kentucky, talking about how I wanted to repeal Obamacare. Voting to keep it and block granting it is not repeal, it's sort of fake repeal.
What about the fact that they allow states to petition to get out of these requirements, the regulations that I know you oppose, mandating that insurance cover things like contraception, maternity care, substance abuse, mental health, things like that. Is that, at least in your view, a step in the right direction?
I think legalizing choice is a great thing. So you need to let the consumer buy what they want to buy. The government shouldn't tell you what you want to buy, and they never did until Obamacare. For the most part, you could buy what you wanted. And so I remember when I was a kid, I got very inexpensive insurance. The problem with insurance mandates are they're well-intended. So President Obama said to the American people, you're not smart enough to make your own decisions. I will make these choices for you. But the problem is the end result was insurance got to be very expensive. So somebody making $30,000 a year has $10,000 insurance with a $6,000 deductible. Just didn't work. And so the prices in the individual market have doubled. You got insurance companies saying they're no longer going to sell it. Obamacare is a disaster, but we need to legalize choice. And so to some people that says, oh, you're not going to guarantee this. To other people, it means freedom to buy something that you can afford that is right for the needs of your family.
So Senator Lindsey Graham had a direct message to you yesterday. He's one of the sponsors of the bill, obviously. Take a listen.
When you look at the bill, Rand, we save a lot of money over time for Medicaid. We put a cap on Obamacare growth. We make it more sustainable, more affordable, more flexible.
A direct appeal to you. Is Senator Graham wrong?
Well, you know, his initial sales pitch, he and Cassidy were selling this thing all over Washington as, if you like Obamacare, you can keep it. That didn't ring very well with most conservatives around the country. If you like it, you can keep it. The other thing that doesn't ring very well is he keeps telling people, oh, we're not getting rid of Obamacare. We're just going to give it to the Republican states. We're going to take it from the Democrat states and give it to the Republican states. That sort of, to me, smacks of petty partisanship. It doesn't sound like somebody who really wants to fix a problem. It sounds like somebody wants to stick it to the Democrats. And that's what we got in this fix. The Democrats stuck it to the Republicans, and they only had Democrats on their health care bill. Now this is going to be only Republicans. I think there's a way. For example, I've been talking about letting individuals join a group and buy across state lines. I have many Democrats interested in this. I have not had one Democrat tell me absolutely no on this. This could be a bipartisan idea, and it costs zero. So Lindsey Graham, his program will cost $1 trillion that he keeps of Obamacare spending. Mine is the free market choice, buying across state lines, and costs $0. I think conservatives, if they're given those choices, would very quickly abandon any kind of association with Lindsey Graham or his bill.
Do you think this bill is dead?
It's very close. I mean, you got 5 or 6 people saying no, and I've been told in the past they probably won't bring it up for a vote if they don't have 50. So we'll see what happens. But I think the thing is I have to be true to the people I told I would repeal it. And this is not repeal. This is a reshuffling of the money. It's a redistribution of money from Democrat states to Republican states. But if we do this, when the Democrats win their next election, they're going to reshuffle the money back from Republican to Democrat states. If we have this tug of war over money, that doesn't really sort of say to me that we're serious about repealing it or reforming or doing anything, and we're just reshuffling the money. We're going to have a perpetual food fight over the money, and nobody will have any certainty as to what's going on.
So still a firm no?
Yes.
All right, Senator Rand Paul, Republican of Kentucky, thanks so much for your time. Always good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
Be sure to tune in tonight for a very special live